Hello and welcome to the EazyBot Trader YouTube channel. My name is Ken and I am the EazyBot Trader. Over the next few days and weeks, I'd like to share some short video clips with you to give you some compelling reasons of why I decided to join the EazyBot community. If you're just joining or just now clicking on this and have no idea what EazyBot is, what I'd like you to do right now is hit the pause button on this video, go over to getabot.info. Watch a short 1 minute video clip, scroll to the bottom, ask for more information, and we'll get some more information out to you about EazyBot. So if you've done that and you want to hear some of the compelling reasons why I joined the EazyBot community, then we'll get started. But before I dive too far into this short video, I'd like to let you know that I am not a financial advisor. And anything that I show in this video clip or anything that I should say should not be construed by you as financial advice. Do your own due diligence. Hopefully, you'll find some compelling reasons, like I did, to join the EazyBot community. You'll be glad that you did. And just understand that what I'm sharing with you is my own opinion and my own experience with you. So, with that said, my experience with trading came over the last 2.5, 3 years in the foreign exchange space or Forex. A very interesting market to say the very least. There's some opportunities there, but for most people, as this site suggests, about 90% of the people that come into this space looking for passive income, looking for additional sources of income streams, looking for ways to close gaps in their retirement accounts, like what I was doing, you will find that it is a very tough going over there. And the reason why 90% of people that try foreign exchange fail is not because that they fail to grasp what's going on in the foreign exchange or there's not opportunity there. The reason that about 90% of people fail is that the learning curve or the learning process itself is long and daunting. And the learning curve is just way too steep for most people. And they just simply do not have the time to learn all the concepts. And in some cases, it's like learning a foreign language. It's almost like being dropped off in a foreign country where you don't speak the language, you don't know what's going on, you don't understand, you don't have the support that you need for various reasons. The learning curve is very steep. So let me give you some, for instance, as soon as you get into the foreign exchange space, the first thing you've got to learn is something called a pip. Now, if I say that to the average person walking down the street, do you know what a pip is? They have no idea what you're talking about. So add to that all the complexities of some of these abstract concepts that the average person hasn't seen, and it all amounts to brain damage. So you go from what is a pip to a trade window, Fibonacci, lot size, bid versus ask, pair crosses, pivot levels, stop, leverage, margin. All these things is enough to blow the average person's mind. And what I saw in this space was some of the people that joined in the space with me, they actually quit before they even got started. It was just that daunting, and the information was just so overwhelming that they just decided to abandon ship and not even be bothered with it. So the learning curve is very steep. And when you put all of those things together, you get what I call brain damage. And the number one reason why I joined the EasyBot community is because there is no brain damage at all associated with this bot trading in the crypto space. Absolutely none, zero. So once again, as I was saying just before that edit, before I actually had a little outtake, I was trying to suggest to you that even if you could get past all of the abstract concepts and get beyond those things and get to a place where you're able to trade and where you understand what's going on, there's still some more mountains to climb in the forex space. And that is, you might say to yourself, okay, so maybe I could get an expert, maybe I could pay an expert to teach me how to trade in the foreign exchange market, hold my hand. You could do that, but it would be very expensive, very costly for an expert, someone who understands what's going on, to take time out of their busy schedule, take time from their own trading to hold your hand and to teach you how to be successful in this space. There are people out there that do it, but they charge a tremendous amount of money for it. There's another route, and it's one of the routes that I took, which was to subscribe to an educational platform for access to learning materials and how to be successful in the space. Well, what comes with that are monthly subscriptions, and you have to pay for access to certain modules, to certain things, to learn certain aspects of it. And that adds up over time, and it can get expensive over a period of time. Not knocking it because I learned an awful lot doing it that way, but I would have much rather have done something like EasyBot and not have been bothered with that in the first place. Then you get to just how time consuming it is to be successful in a foreign exchange. You have to understand pretty much what's going on around the globe politically, wars, Ukraine, um, Great Britain today, we lost the Queen. God rest her soul. I'm sure that's going to have some impact on the Great British Pound over the next few days, weeks, months, or maybe even years. You have to understand these little nuances that happen in the space that affect currency. So it becomes very time consuming to keep track of all these things. And what you will find is that this is absolutely positively, speaking of Forex, not conducive to a 9 to 5 work schedule. That time intensity that I spoke of earlier is that you have to understand in the Forex space, it's breaking down into 4 sessions. You have the London session, the New York session, the Sydney session, and the Tokyo session. And those sessions are broken out over 4 periods throughout the course of a 24-hour day. And different things happen at different times in each one of those sessions that you have to be sensitive to. And again, the average person, of course, you can't stay up 24 hours a day. You can't stay in touch with all that. So it becomes very daunting. And then the final mountain that most people have to climb and overcome is the emotional mountain, right? You get involved in this space, you start learning how to trade, and you incur a loss. And if you, for some people, when they incur a loss, they don't understand that losses are part of the process. They become emotional. They get angry. They start revenge trading. Then you lose self control. And then you lose common sense. And then you lose your ability to think straight. And that leads to even further and deeper losses. And also, the exact opposite is true, where you come into the space and you have some success immediately, and you say to yourself, oh, this is a piece of cake. I got this. I'm the greatest thing since sliced bread. I understand everything about Forex. And then one day, you make a slip up and you make one mistake and you get humbled to your knees. Either you lose a significant amount of money or you lose all of your money. So it can be a very emotional thing to be part of the foreign exchange. So now that I've outlined some of the challenges that come along with trading in the Forex space, now let me contrast that with the simplicity of the EasyBot. So basically, when we're at this point, we're going to say we're going to take all of those abstract concepts and all of that stuff that I call brain damage. We're going to put it in a box and we're going to set it aside and we're going to give it to the bot and let the bot deal with all of those things. So I do not have to worry about any of those concepts. The bot's going to take care of all of that for me. So once I reach this point where I have an exchange account, I've put some capital in the exchange account, and I sit down in front of my computer and I say, okay, I'm ready to have a bot start trading for me. This is how simple it is, and this is the beauty of EasyBot. So you navigate into your bot space. Basically, what you say on this screen is that I'm going to give my bot or my session a name or a title. I'm going to tell it how much capital I have to trade with. I want to use the default configuration, which is the EasyBot strategy. There are ways that advanced traders can take this off and do advanced trading, not for this video. You tell it which exchange that you're using, which coin you'd like it to trade, whether or not you want it on cycle or single, active, auto compounding checked on, and get started immediately. That's how simple it is. That's why it's called EasyBot. You save this configuration, and the bot takes it from there and immediately looks for the first opportunity to make an initial order. And from there on out, it is on autopilot. And the only thing that you have to do is just check on it from time to time to see how it's doing and what it's doing. And in the interim, if you ask yourself, well, how do I know what my bot's doing? There's a couple of ways that you can do that. You can do it how I've done it with my Binance.us account. I've set up notifications on that side of the software to send me an alert every time one of my bots takes a position or takes a trade. I can see it on my Apple Watch or my iPhone. So I know each and every time that it takes a position. Or you can go into your bot space on your account and you can see step by step, line by line, what it's doing and at what time it did it and how much profit it's made for you. It's that easy. No brain damage, simple as can be. That's why it's called EasyBot. And that is the number one compelling reason why I decided to join the EasyBot community. That's it for this particular video. We come to the end of the video. Before you go, I'd like you to make a note of my landing page, which is getabout.info. If you still need more additional information or deeper information on EazyBot, you can get it on my landing page. You can go to getabout.info, scroll to the very bottom, and you will see a button simply asking for more information. You can opt in for information to be delivered automatically to your email address. In the meantime, follow me on all the major social media sites at EazyBot Trader: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and Twitter. EazyBot Trader. And finally, this QR code is to my virtual business card with my contact information and additional information about EazyBot and about the opportunity. So that brings us to the conclusion of our first video. Thank you for riding along with me on my EazyBot journey, and good night. We'll see you on the next video. Good night.